My Hero Academia. So I want to start off immediately. It's short chapter as usual, and honestly, I think that this arc is going to be pretty straightforward for the most part of these chapters. Not that that's a bad thing at all. I like that Horikoshi's taking time to really slow down and develop these all these characters, kind of side characters that we haven't seen in a long time. B class, and as you'll see this chapter, Ida, who we haven't seen a lot from since the Stain arc, honestly. But I kind of wanted to start off with the, I love what's going on with Endeavor here. This is such a dad thing, like him texting Todoroki, like, hey, answer. We need to talk, I mean.
Bro, he's fucking answered me, so please stop leaving me on red. Bro, I was dead. I read that. When Endeavor said that, I literally thought of like a black person saying, leave me on red. Bruh, I was fucking dying. Hirokoshi definitely likes black people because he was like, don't leave me on red, shut up.
Yeah, because only black people do that, right? Is that what that is?
Only black people do that, yeah.
White people never mad about that. All right, Thurman, all right, because you seem to say everything is a black person thing, so educate me. What is a white person thing? Just give me a couple, because I know there are some.
When it happens, my dude. I'll let you know. It's a process, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a process.
All right, but yeah, no, it's pretty great. He's such a dad right here, and it's kind of the death flags are rising though. Like, are you feeling the same way I'm feeling about fucking Endeavor here? like the death flags, just ooh. Are you feeling it? It seems to, I don't know, man. Like, he's like, how fucking, like, think about it, man. Like, he's currently on, like, oh, my message was read, but it's not responded. He's not responding to me, and I'm trying to reach out. You don't think that that's the perfect time for him to die?
No. I feel like he's gonna need more of him before he decides to just die.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, tell me though that like those aren't hardcore death flags.
Oh yeah, I honestly, me personally, I never really noticed them, but
you never noticed. Here's how you notice a death flag, okay? When a character is all of a sudden either A, getting a lot of screen time, B, changing like a lot, or C, you get their flashback. Those three things, it's like death flag, here it comes. Yeah.
No, I know what a death flag is. Who do you think you're talking to?
Well, you said you never really noticed them, is what you said.
I'm saying, but this not all. But I've never, because he doesn't sound like he's gonna die. Like, there's no.
I don't agree. I think he's super gonna die.
Slacks weren't wailing. They're coming out of their molehill, but they weren't wagging their tails around. So.
What the fuck metaphor was that?
I don't know. The first thing that came out of my head. It's
maybe.
1 in the morning. I am tired. 1:30 in the morning.
4:30 in the morning. Eat my asshole. All right. So.
Oh, trust me, I plan to.
Nice. All right. No, but yeah, I love him being like Shoto. Like, it's so funny to see him as like a normal dad. That's fucking funny. So of course you have the sneezing cliche. He sneezes and shit. What are you thinking about this guy's softening quirk? Like, he basically just turns this ice to mush. I don't know if it's supposed to be snow or if it's literally supposed to just be some like otherworldly substance that doesn't exist in our world, which would be soft ice. Maybe is it like snow cone shit?
So like, honestly, the basic powers with this Class B team right here,
Mm-hmm.
like
we're going back to the basics here.
Okay, so I wasn't disappointed, but I was a little bit left wanting more of it because I was just kind of like disappointed.
So here, I disagree.
Like,
no, here, hold on. Here's my thing. It is not about the power itself. It's about how it's used, right?
Yeah.
So I really don't like the idea. A lot of people think that you have to have a really complex power in order for it to be good. This is how you run into the problem of like a really bad fanfic, right? Where it'll be like, oh, the 7 magical crystals, and this one controls fucking dirt, and when I step this way, it becomes mud. And I'm just coming up with this shit from the top of my head. You know what I mean, though, right? Complex does not equal good. Look, I mean, Deku's is just augmented strength. Todoroki's is fire and ice. Fucking Ida's is speed. Like it's not. They don't have to be complex. It's how they're used in a strategic manner.
it was just lackluster to me because it was just like, okay, I'm not saying the powers are bad, but I was expecting something more
Like what?
like like because it's because like compared to like last team's class B quirks that we saw, like someone fucking literally like speaking out words and one person making shrooms and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was come on. I have to admit that compared to those, this one's kind of lackluster. Give
Um,
me that.
if
Give me that.
if you're judging it purely based off of like originality of power, sure. But again, I would argue that like that's not the true measure of how of a good power. It's how it's used. So like for example, let me think of a good example here. Oh, here. So right, so Todoroki just has his it's ice. It's ice and fire. It's not fucking unique, but the ways he uses it is interesting. So, for example, in the fight against Bakugo, he made like a bunch of walls and shelters and like catacombs with his ice. In the fight with against Stain, when he was helping out Ida, he used his ice to cool down his engines. That was a cool combo thing. It's how he uses it. So, for example, you can take two different series that, like, okay, so let's take random fucker number A. Random fucker A has ice in this shonen battle manga, and then Todoroki has ice in My Hero Academia. So random fucker A over in I don't know, some shitty series, the author's like, all right, this person has ice, so how are they going to attack with it? Well, they're going to shoot ice at the person. Let's say Gray from Fairy Tail, right?
Oh, I knew you were gonna. I knew it. I knew you were gonna
shoot. You know, and it's been a while, but typically every attack he had involved shooting ice in a different way. Like now I'm shooting ice, but it takes this shape. Now I'm shooting ice, but I'm in the air. Now I'm shooting ice, but it's freezing the ground. Now I'm shooting ice. You get the idea, right? Everything comes from I'm shooting ice at someone. A unique power is not I take an element and then shoot it at someone, right? So if Horikoshi was a lesser author, let's take even the mushroom girl. It's like, okay, she has mushrooms. What's she gonna do? I don't know, fucking throw mushrooms at the person? No, she uses it in a unique way to distract. You know, to disorient. So to me, it has nothing to do at all with the complexity of the power itself, but a lot more to do with how it's used. Because again, you can take any power, and the power itself is nothing if the author doesn't know how to have the character use it in a unique, creative way. So I disagree with you, actually, like pretty hardcore on that one. I actually typically find the more simplistic powers better because the author, the power itself isn't the main draw. So the author has to be more creative in how they're using the power. That's typically where you'll find a lot of the good stuff. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, here, let's talk JoJo, one of the most creative manga of all time.
Yes.
Fucking, okay, JoJo Part 4. Josuke's stand is to fix shit. He can break it and reassemble. If you talk about that on a basic level, that's very simple. I fix shit, okay? But it's how he used it. So let's talk when he needed to avoid hitting that thing in the street. I don't remember what it was, but he was on the motorcycle. He destroyed the motorcycle and then fixed it while he was on it. Fucking clever. Or we can talk about how a lot of times he would track something with that power, right? So it's like, okay, it fixes, so it's going to come back together. So if I hit, like, let's say Kira's hand, for example, that he severed, it's going to go back to Kira. So you see how that author took a power that, if you just think about it on a base level, it's a simple power. It's not that interesting. He didn't have to make it, oh, look at me, I use mushrooms. Look at me, I have this wacky thing over here that's like crazy and you can't even understand it. No, he took a very simple power and he made the character use it in a unique way. And I know how Horikoshi is. So this guy with the drill arms, it seems pretty bland, but I can see already a couple ways that he could use it in a unique way. Like okay, I'll come up with one right now, right? So drill arms. You're thinking, okay, the basic way is he'll attack with them. But here's the thing he can do. Let's say he grabs someone that's diving in for like a headbutt style attack. He could take his arms, grab their feet, spin his arms, and then make them spin and then chuck them. That right there, unique combo attack move that Horikoshi could totally have him do, and then it has nothing to do with how boring or bland the power is. He took what he was born with, his quirk that may seem boring and bland, and you applied it in a unique way. That is what makes a good power.
Yeah. We'll have to work on that one. Anyway,
Ladies and gentlemen, that's what he says when I've outmatched him in an argument.
I mean, it's not an argument. We've never argued about it.
It's not okay.
Yeah.
An argument does not have to mean that we're hostile at each other, Thurman. It is a simple word for a disagreement.
Trust me, I'm not. Oh God, let me see before I end up triggering some of our well-known people that we know. Anyway,
but yeah, softening's unique. Don't even tell me that's not unique.
Some people don't know the difference between an argument and some whatever. You know what I mean. Anyway,
you think softening's unique?
Softening? I mean, it's just honestly, it's just boring.
Oh my God, Thurman, you are so wrong tonight. Like, all right, it's going down. We're disagreeing.
Like
no different. That is literally no fucking different than like a JoJo main character stand. That is straight up would be a JoJo main character stand. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong right now. You can't.
I mean, every JoJo's main character stand has been unique, you know? So.
Yes, and softening, I guarantee you that would be a stand. That is no different than I fix shit.
I can't say that because it's a spoiler for part 5.
No, I know there's one dude that has a fucking... Isn't there one dude that has like a fucking stand called like Soft and Hard or something?
No, not even close. It's literally a band name. But what band name do you know is called Soft and Hard?
No, what was it? Fuck. I think it was the part 8 guy. You know what I'm talking about? Like,
no, there's a character in part 5 who has the same ability. That's all I'm gonna say.
The softening.
Yes.
Okay, and I bet you, because it's a Rocky, it was done in a very creative, clever way, which made so the power itself really didn't matter. It's how it was used. If you told me, okay, let's talk the zipper guy from JoJo Part 5. This is what this video is. It's an argument now. It's good though. I like it. JoJo Part 5, it's a fucking, he makes zippers on things, okay? It's like, oh, wow, I make it. But it's how it's used. It is, of course it is. And I agree with you on that. But it's not dope because of the power. If you just said to me, oh, you make zippers on things, well, what does that mean? It's how he uses it. It's what he does with it. Oh, well, he can hide in people's bodies. He can replace his limbs with other limbs. He can fucking put shit in you and take shit out of you. He's basically Trafalgar Law before Trafalgar Law was Trafalgar Law. So, like, I know. But the point I'm making is you are judging on the surface level power when it's really not about that. It's about how it's used. Nothing, I could never mean anything more than this right now. This is writing 101, and you are falling into the trap that every shitty fanfic writer ever has fallen into, where they're like, I gotta make each power so unique. That's been done before. I can't possibly ever do it. No, that's not how it works. You can use a power that's been done before. You just gotta use it in a unique, different way. So yeah, we'll end there, but that was a good debate. I like it, but you're wrong. Enjoy being wrong.
I mean, that's your opinion. I never said the powers were bad. They're just boring. I mean,
boring to you. They're not, but look, what if they use them unique? It's my hero.
Pony's quirk is dope, right? She can control her horns, you know. I like that. That was the, you know, like, I mean, Mudman was dope, I guess, but I was just like, I mean, honestly,
what a bitch.
Revolution was just kind of like, okay.
Yeah, but like, did you hear? He's gonna use it in a crazy, unique way. It's Horikoshi, bro.
I'm just saying that compared to the last teams, it was very lackluster. I like ponies, though. Ponies to control our horn. Honestly, I wasn't expecting that, but okay.
I'm sorry. What did you like?
A pony controlling her horns. I thought she was gonna have something else.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. She has fucking horns, so I mean, like you'd think that it would imply that.
I really thought Horikoshi was gonna fall into the trap where he's gonna give her like a fucking American-esque power, like she's like Superman or Wonder Woman or some shit like that. I was expecting that.
What did you think the horns were? Like, all quirks that change your design typically involve the design change. Fucking Jiro has earbud ears. You think her quirk's not going to involve that? It's the same thing here.
Well, I didn't know. You never know.
Thurman's hardcore low tier today. Low tier Thurman right now.
Horns were a decoration. You never know. Don't judge someone.
Shit tier Thurman right now.
I mean, you can hate all you want, but I'm standing my ground on this one, man.
It's the first time in so long that I'm like, you fucking idiot. All right.
Anyway.
Well, okay.
Well, here.
All right. Well, anyway, how about Ida? Ida's got a fucking new move, I guess. What are you thinking about this?
The new style how do you pronounce that?
Recepio burst.
Recepio burst. I'm going to wait for the anime to pronounce that shit.
He has pronounced it. He says Recepio all the time. That's not a new word.
Recepio turbo.
Yes.
It's Recepio turbo,
I imagine it's just
Recepio
even
burst.
faster, but I'm curious how speed is hard to portray in a manga form. So go ahead. Sorry.
I think that it's interesting to see because honestly I was
I'm not a big fan of Ida or Idia, honestly, however you pronounce his name. He's one of my least favorite characters.
First things first, I was like, damn, Class A is gonna lose already. They're getting their asses kicked. But then like man, like even like they haven't done shit. Like Class B is just fucking them up. But and then Idiot's like, oh, okay. We're gonna go Sonic/Flash mode right now. And I don't know. We'll see. Honestly, maybe it excels his speed to a maximum, or maybe Hirokoshi's gonna go the Dragon Ball Z way and make him go faster than light. Who knows?
Well, I imagine that faster than light. That'd be ridiculous. But if I don't know, because like he's already his one that he uses now, like his fastest form like already is already really fast. Like it's been stupid crazy fast already. So I'm not sure how he would upgrade Ida other than just being like it's faster. But like how do you portray that? Like it's gonna have to be something's gonna have to look different because it is a visual medium after all. So like I'm curious how he's gonna visually represent how much faster it is. I remember one of Ida's original weaknesses was that he could only use it once and then he fucks up, which it kind of seems to be like maybe implied that that's not a weakness anymore because the guy was like, hey idiot, I know you can only use your shit once, and then he's like, just kidding. So maybe he can use it like more than once, maybe it lasts longer because I know originally it was just a quick burst, so maybe he can like make it last a lot longer. I could see him maybe pulling like a thing where he like runs around him in circles for like really quickly and like makes like a wind blast, or I don't know. I mean, it'll be interesting to see where he goes. Where do you stand on Ida? Because I really am not a big fan of his character. Like I don't have anything against him, but he just bores me.
I mean, he just doesn't really like speed. His speed.
I like speed characters typically, but I mean, he's just kind of eh.
I think it's just we'll have to have a breakdown for him, really, because frankly speaking, it's just the point where it's just I don't know, man. It's just this one. This is the first fight in the tournament that just doesn't really interest me that much. It's just like
I feel you on that one. I do.
It's like the Class B quirks are meh. Well, hopefully they'll change my mind, and then like
I think they will. I mean, so because I agree with you to an extent on that. I agree with you that this bunch doesn't necessarily interest me. I do like Todoroki, but like I don't think that he alone can kind of. And I also like Pony a lot too. But like I think that you're right. Like the fight itself so far is okay. But I think on principle, that's why on principle I'm like, I think that the quirks will be good because Horikoshi knows how to write a power and use it effectively and uniquely. So that's why I was defending the whole like don't diss their quirks just purely on their quirks. But I can agree with you that this one does seem a bit more boring so far. I'm not dissing it. I love this series, but like I can agree with you on that.
I can fucking this series is my child. I can literally diss it, love it, hate it whenever I want to. Saying that this particular because it feels like the quirks that are going against each other are just thrown out there. It's just like it's not compared to the other ones. There's no basis for this fight. Like the first one we had for the first two fights we had some type of basis, right? We had there was more going on in the sense of outside of the fight itself, but this one it's just like Todoroki you know, and there's no.
Oh, I think
there's
I know
no,
what you're talking about. I think I know what you're talking about. So like other fights had the shit like with Kendo and Momo going into it, but this one there's no really like personal connection between any of the. And then of course you had the battle of the edgelords in one of them. So I think what you're saying is this one doesn't feel as personally relatable. We're not as invested because there's no like big this person and this person want to fight each other to prove this. You know, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, yeah, it's that and a few other things, but that's essentially what it is. And then the quirks itself doesn't really matter that much. But it's like the characters they put together. I was really hyped for this match because we get to see these characters, you know, do show their stuff. But I feel like the way Horikoshi's doing it isn't really like because I mean, first things first, there's not much strategy going on right now because it's fucking the Iron Steel does. She's doing the straightforward approach, fuck shit up.
I agree with you. There's not a lot of strategy going on. Mostly, it's just he put out his ice and then he softened it, and then spinny hand guy is punching them. So I feel you on that. Yeah.
It's just this is different. It's just different. It's just a boring chapter.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I mean, I honestly think that where Horikoshi typically his strengths lie, and I think that it was either Mother's Basement or Gigik or someone made a video on it. Do you remember the video that said the fights aren't really that good? You remember that one?
Yeah, Gigik. It was
the point
Gigik.
He made was My Hero's strength is its characters, and this is very true. Like the fights really aren't that special. You're not getting like a JoJo Hunter x Hunter level fight out of a My Hero Academia fight. But what you're getting is very, very good character interaction. And typically two characters fighting that really, really, really have it out for each other or have something to prove. And then that becomes a lot more like high stakes in your mind because it's like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? So, no, I think you're right. I think that's what it is. And I'm glad that, thank you for helping me realize it. Cause I also was kind of about this chapter. I think you're right. There's not a lot of personal connection with any of these characters, although I think that might be where Horikoshi's going with Endeavor. Maybe that's like going to come up during the match. I think that what might happen during this match is Endeavor, since he's texting Todoroki, Endeavor I could see potentially getting in danger during this, potentially, like because he's going out to do some shit. Maybe Endeavor will be in danger, and then like Todoroki will like miss a text from him, and then like I'm seeing the death flags. I know it'd be a bit early, but we might have. It does seem like he's focusing on Todoroki's development here, because he keeps flashing to like Todoroki thinking about his Endeavor last chapter.
I'm not really a fan of, to be honest. I feel like Todoroki has give the boy a break. Let's give another character, you know, a bit of a chance here. I'm going to be really pissed off of Horikoshi just focusing on Idia and Todoroki instead of the two other ones.
Remind me who else is the tail guys in this one, and then who else?
The multiple arms.
Oh, and yeah. So we do need to see more of them, and I hope that if Horikoshi wants to interest me in this part, what he could really do is really focus over on tail guy and multiple, you know, tentacle arm guy, right? And I'd love to see maybe a flashback from them, maybe a little bit of like their backstory or like what drives them, because these are two people that we've barely seen do anything. So yeah, no, that'd be great if he took this time to develop them more, and then my interest would definitely be heightened.
Because one thing that I did, my boy Tokiyami, I'm biased against my boy Tokiyami, but one thing that kind of sucked was that we didn't get much from Invisible Girl, which fucking sucks.
No, I mean, what we did get was apparently she's like good. What we did get is apparently she's like good as fuck at like karate or kendo or kung fu or something, because she was beating the fuck out of that text bubble guy. So good on her for that. But you're right, we should have gotten more.
So it's honestly, at this point in time, we just need to wait and see. Overall, I'm not gonna lie, this was kind of a boring chapter. I wouldn't say it was a bad chapter.
I consider a lot of this arc just kind of like, this is the slow down, relax arc. Not a lot's happening. I'm just kind of taking it in stride.
Even then, like, this arc is kind of hype. It's, you know, there's always that part in arc where you start to feel like, okay, it's now we're in a point where it's kind of getting boring. It's kind of getting, you know.
Well, here's where we might disagree, Thurman, and this might get us a little heated. I don't know, but I got to be honest. This arc, like all of it, I consider it a kind of a break time, right? I wouldn't even say it's hype. I'd say it's good for the characters, because I think it's always good for a shonen series, like a long-running series, to have like downtime, right? So this is the downtime. No threats happening, nothing serious is happening. We're just kind of seeing them in their school tests, and I like that. But I definitely wouldn't consider it hype or like crazy, or, you know, it's just nice to see more techniques from them and shit like that. I will tell you right now, the last time I was like extra hyped for My Hero, I'm talking like fucking on the edge of my seat, waiting for the next chapter, this is the best shit ever, was the Gentle stuff. The fight between Gentle Criminal and Deku and his character and the shit between him and La Brava. I have never related to a character. Gentle Criminal is my favorite character in My Hero Academia. I'm saying it right now.
You are just a Gentle Criminal fanboy.
He's so good. Like bro, that shit with La Brava, him and La Brava hugging as like the fucking people are coming in on him, and like their relationship, how he saved her from like the depths of her depression by being like this. Oh my god, no, I loved it. I don't know why, but like that's one of those characters that just spoke to me. So I'm hardcore missed that arc.
Yeah. So honestly, I have to disagree.
See, I knew you would.
This arc has been very hype.
I'm not saying it's not like a good. I'm just saying like it's definitely not like edge of my seat. It's just kind of like I consider this downtime. This would be the episode if this was an anime and I was watching it. This would be the one that I'm like sitting back, you know, eating popcorn, just relaxing. The Gentle shit, I'd be like on the edge of my seat, like whoa, you know what I mean?
I think that's where we differ, man. I think this arc. I think that's why. This is why Gintama is why I'm really happy I got into Gintama. Gintama trains you for this stuff.
No, I hope you're not acting like I don't like it. I'm just saying Gentle Criminal shit was better.
No, I'm just saying it trains you for this type of stuff. It patents your mind. That's why when it gets you to Gintama, your eyes are gonna be open because this type of stuff is perfect for what we need right now. We're getting character development. I'm just saying that this specific chapter is boring. There's nothing.
No, I agree with everything you're saying. And like I said, I know the mechanics of writing speaking. It is very important for a long-running series to have downtime. This is called de-escalation and escalation. Dragon Ball Z, one of the reasons it was awful near the end was that it always escalated. There was no point of de-escalation. So Togashi felt, excuse me, that's blasphemy. Toriyama, yeah, felt the need to constantly. I'm sorry, I said Toriyama. Toriyama felt the need to constantly escalate and never de-escalate. You need moments like this where you're de-escalating so that the tensions can rack it up again in the next arc. So that's actually one of my favorite parts of this series is that you have downtime where they're just being kids and in school and in the dorm. In fact, I loved the Culture Festival. I loved them, you know, planning for that concert that they did and all that shit. It was great. I loved it. I do, and remember, what was I saying when we came into this arc? I said I hope that Horikoshi slows down, takes time for all these battles, and he is, and I'm glad. I'm just gonna say I'm not on the edge of my seat for every chapter every week, but it's still enjoyable. It went from like I need to see the next chapter to I wonder what's happening this week, you know, and it'll go back to edge of my seat at the next arc, I'm sure, and that's good. That's supposed to happen with a long running series. You have times to rest and break, and you have times of like holy fuck. That's how I see this arc.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. No, it's very important. I love that.
Well, truthfully, there's nothing really else to talk about this chapter.
Well, yeah, that's why we're fucking bullshitting about other shit. Because this chapter, it's really there's not much to talk about at all. Just Ida's got a new thing. Best dad. All of it. Can't say best dad. He was an abusive dad. Mildly entertaining to watch text dad endeavor. And
predictions.
So Ida's gonna do some shit. He's probably gonna be extra fast. I imagine he's going to super speed blitz everybody. But I'm hoping that it looks like it's gonna work, and then they have a counterattack to it, and then we can really get some MVP from the tentacle guy and the tail kid. That's what I want.
All right.
Holy shit, that was a goddamn mess of a video for a mess of a chapter, I guess.
With that being said,
peace.